everybody that's been waiting for us to come on tonight. I see Trevor and Oaf Mode in the chat. You guys
Our
are
two favorite people.
We love you.
I don't know. They're probably not still there.
They probably left their computer by now.
I got to accept responsibility, guys. It's my fault. Although I can't – I don't like to complain a lot about having bad days. I don't think I have a lot of bad days, and I don't think today was necessarily a bad day. But let me just say this. The umpire who didn't show up to the game tonight is on my shit list, right? Because – and he's not a bad guy who was supposed to be there, but he doesn't show up. And, we wait 15 minutes. I'm already 15 minutes behind.
That's the worst when the umpire doesn't show up.
What do you guys think is the best thing to do? Two teams are there, okay? You don't want to reschedule the game, send everyone home. You've got to play. How would you approach that scenario? I just want to know. Tom, you probably have experience with this. What do you do?
We would call strikes for the opposing team standing behind, the pitcher's mound.
Okay.
And,
so maybe
but this is also 7, 8, 9-year-olds, which is different from.
All right, but I have a critical question. Do you call strikes for the opposing pitcher? What we did, yes. So you have to call strikes against your own team. That's
Correct.
it.
Correct.
Okay. So that's what I had to do. Okay. Now, when you do that, everybody's kind of looking at you, right? And they know you're not an ump. And so they're immediately like, in their minds, they're certainly second guessing you. Now, I did it as honorably as I possibly could. I called my guys on third strikes many times. I had to call a guy for the slide and surrender at the plate where he
You're
didn't.
an honorable guy. That's not surprising.
Like, you're out, right? Comes down to the end of the game. My guy's up. We got bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 strikes. I got to call him out. The guy throws a strike. I call him out. Game's over. Now, listen.
You rung up your own squad with the bases.
No way.
Did you do like
No
the exaggerated strike? Like, he's out.
Listen, I hesitated for a minute and I went, strike 3.
No.
Like a Matty Cord call when the opposing player.
I had one of my guys steal second, overrun the base by 2 feet and get tagged. And I'm like, he's out. You know what I mean? It was awful.
See,
you should have put an assistant coach out there as the
I wouldn't like being put in that position. But
right.
I would be like you. I would be overly critical towards my own team.
Totally.
Just so I would be perceived as not being in favor of them.
Mark knows this. I'm a licensed attorney. I passed the bar exam. I conform to the rules of professional responsibility and ethics. I was dedicated to trying to be as fair as possible. I probably skewed the other way in showing that I'm being fair. You know what I mean? But honestly, my team, the team that we were playing had not won a game yet, and we didn't do great. Is what it is. But let me talk to you real quick.
By the way, as an aside, anyone will tell you that as an attorney, if you're friends with the judge and everybody in the courtroom knows it, and if the judge is honest, they'll actually do the same thing and bend over backwards. It can hurt you to be friends with the judge because they'll bend over backwards to show they're not, in your pocket.
But it was just a crappy way. And then I'm like, we're going to be late. I want to get home for my guys. Thank you guys. I know you had a long day. You guys went to the game. And by the way, I meant to start by saying happy birthday to Fink. Fink.
Hey, that's me.
You got a couple hairs on your chin now, dude?
None on my chest, though.
No.
I'm trying.
Me and Tom had a cake for you, but it was at like 8 o'clock when we got here, and we ate it already. So sorry, dude. And
I said I'm on my way.
Yeah. No, we blew out the candles and ate
Did you wish?
Already. But it was for you. It was for you. It just.
Did you wish that all my parlays hit tonight?
I did.
No,
because I need it.
Yep.
He's like the little brother of the podcast. Fink, how far behind the rest of us are you? 10 years?
I just turned 22 today.
Funny. What is it? 30? All right, we won't get into it. I will let you be. But I was thinking of you guys.
It's more fun.
As I was sitting in the dentist chair today, and I knew you were getting ready to go to the Phillies game. Phillies are riding an unbelievable streak, which obviously you guys went to a game and it ended. That's not terribly surprising. Who all went today?
These two.
Just me and Mark. And
they're not allowed back.
and his Cali buddy.
Oh, I thought you were there, Tom. Jeez.
No.
Did you guys link up with Trevor?
We did not. I mean, I was talking to him. We were supposed to, but he was there with Nev, and I think it was a hot day down there. There wasn't like a ton of moving around. You had to pick your spots, if you know what I mean.
When it gets above 85 down there and there's not a lot of wind and you're sitting in a certain spot, it can be brutal.
Yeah, it was really hot, especially the first hot day of the year is really bad for me because I usually only burn once a season, and I always forget sunblock on that first day because I'm like,
They have it there.
No, but I actually had the forward thinking and I put it on before I left, and I brought a sweat towel and I put that over my bald ass head. Yeah. So I think I'm good. I don't feel
you
like
don't look.
Yeah, I'm not burning. I'm
not
good
at all.
So I made it through the very first day, but I was scared, man.
I thought, like you said, like, oh, I don't sunburn. Remember, didn't you say like mosquitoes won't bite you or something like this, right?
They don't. Mosquitoes. Right. I haven't been bitten by a mosquito since I was like
God bless
years
you.
old. And
unbelievable.
But I burn the first time I get out in the sun where I forget the sunblock each year. But if I remember sunblock, I'm good. And then once I hit that tan phase, I can't burn for the rest of the year.
Amazing. Well, let me
little trip inside the mind.
Here's how I burn, baby.
That was deep, dude. Okay. So I'm sitting there in the dentist chair thinking about you guys getting ready to go to this game. I got to say, like, is it me or it gets worse every year, but is there like going to the dentist is pretty bad, right? Like, are you guys with me? That's not a fun experience. It's not for me.
When was
you guys go? You guys go every year?
At what point was it a fun experience?
Well, it feels like it gets worse. Like
you want me to tell you how much I hate going to my dentist? My dentist, the dental hygienist, all she does is talk to me. But when she's the dental hygienist, she's supposed to be so my mouth is supposed to be open, and I'm not. So she asks questions that I have to answer, and it makes it makes this appointment go from like a 10-minute cleaning to like a half-hour cleaning and question and answer session. And I really don't like it. And I've since tried to find other dentists. I went to one dentist near me, and I'm not kidding. I had to get a cavity filled. He numbed my mouth. My tongue was numb for almost 2.5 years. What? I'm not kidding.
What?
I couldn't feel my tongue for about 2.5. I thought I would never have feeling in it again. And then one day it just magically reappeared.
I'm just thinking, like, do you need to have
just from getting one cavity filled from this guy? So
I'm not digging into that.
I don't
that was definitely before you knew me, because we would have handled that. You know what I mean?
I was thinking. I used to say, like, yo, do I have a case against this guy? Like, how can I prove that my mouth is numb and I can't feel anything?
Actually, that's a good idea. Let's scrub this, and I'm going to the dentist next week, Mark. And
I don't think they can prove it.
Isn't going to the dentist anymore. Let me say this:
just say
we would have brought your wife in as a witness, and she could have testified to it.
But anyway,
somebody was going to go there.
From the Northeast. Anybody from the Northeast remembers Dr. Solomon that's my age, and he was a freak. He had like he would go to work he had like warts on his elbows, and he'd be up all. Oh man, the dentist
elbow warts.
Yeah, man, elbow warts. I'm telling you, and like he would service every child in the Northeast Philadelphia area.
He would service them.
Tooth-wise, I'm not like
you should have left. You should have left that comment.
Look, so during the pandemic, I did take advantage. I'm like, oh, I can't go to the dentist. The COVID, you know what I mean? So after the pandemic, it still took me a little while to get back into it, right? But I'm like, I gotta start going again. Let me say this: the first test they should give somebody when they go to dental school or whatever is like, make them draw a crazy picture and see if they can draw in the lines well. Do you know what I mean? Because they're in your mouth and like the slightest move to the one side, and I got like the nerve pain. It's like the worst thing. And if you get somebody who's like not really good at that,
it's
the worst. And it's like this.
Wasn't a dentist.
And they go, okay, first, hey, I'm going to start and use this mini strong ass power washer. I'm going to start with the power washer, right? I'm going to come in there and if it hits a nerve, you're going to feel like you've never felt before. I'm sitting there. My hands are in like a death grip claw. And I'm just like, you know, and it's the worst feeling. Then you get through with that and they're like, well, I guess we didn't get everything with the power washer because here comes the freaking, I got the hook now. And I'm going to scrape your teeth like a mountain climber clinging on to Mount Everest for my damn life. I'm just sitting here thinking, I got the power washer.
I can't imagine a podcast that is going into detail explaining what it's like to be in a dentist chair is going to be popular. It's like,
I mean, I was going through this and I was like, I just have to talk about this because everyone has to be thinking the same thing.
yeah, we all get it.
Oh, brutal. Anyway,
You mean like how have they not improved upon that in all these years to make it less painful? There's got to be a way.
It's an awful experience. It really
Yeah,
is.
there's got to be a way. There's got to be a device that can just go in there and do what it needs to do.
Awful. All right. Well, look, you guys went to the game. I went to a couple games, actually. 2 games on Sunday and Monday. I'm back and noticed a lot of things during my time there. But how was the experience for you guys today? Phil's come up short, tried to rally there at the end. Meech, were you cursing Nola today or not really?
Absolutely not. It was a boring ass game, man. I didn't know if it was me. There was no offense whatsoever. I think the Phillies had 1 hit in the first 7 innings. It was really goddamn boring
Hot.
and hot.
So you're cooking for no reason. That's the worst.
Yeah.
The business person special can be like a weird thing. What was the
I
vibe?
ended up, truth be told, I ended up leaving in like the 8th inning. I think I left because 95 was close, right?
Meech was begging to leave. He would have left in the 7th. I slowed him down.
Leave it early.
I sat
slowed
in
him down.
traffic. I sat in traffic for an hour and a half just to get to my house because of they shut 95 down going southbound. But that led everyone to get off of the southbound and flip around and go northbound, which caused a huge traffic delay northbound. So it was a nightmare getting home.
I see some questions brewing.
Doesn't sound fun.
Do you think the Phillies would have come back and won and gotten the last hit if Meech had stayed? What do you think, Fink?
Yes, 100%.
Which
his rally
one of the
cap
Phillies
on?
saw me in the crowd and been inspired enough to get?
They probably would have personally pointed at you with your rally cap and been like, "For you, Meech." And then now look what you did to us.
I am a big fan of the business person special, though, Jesse. I really do enjoy. I enjoy the midweek day game way more than the weekend day game. Kind of like how I like playing golf during the week more than I like it on the weekend.
Yeah.
I just like the midweek day game. It's got a certain energy to it.
It sounds like to me you like things that you do in lieu of working.
Well, here's a little.
Let's come back.
Was a business person special used to be on Thursdays?
No,
Am I losing my mind?
just a
It
day.
can be any day.
Most of them were Thursdays.
But I thought they used to be Thursdays at like 1:05, right?
Well, that's the most common one because that's the getaway day. That's when a team has to go on the road and Thursday night to play another road game on Friday. So they usually give them that break. So that's where the business person special came about. But yeah, it could be
Learning
anything.
so much.
I don't mind.
Fink, do you remember the 5:05 scheduled doubleheaders? That's probably before your time.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
You're taking it
Before
back.
me, I just turned 24 today.
That explains it.
Now, Mark, did you set an away message for your job that said, I've taken the day to enjoy the environment around me with some people that I care about. Everyone needs to take time to appreciate
I encourage
people in their lives. I will return tomorrow. Did you do that?
I didn't. In retrospect, now that you bring it up, I really should have taken the opportunity.
We'll have to post his.
No.
But I usually reserve away messages for when I'm gone for more than one day.
Right.
But you know what? Maybe I should rethink that because I really do think that spreading the knowledge of day baseball and taking the time away from work is worth spreading.
Okay, so I have to say, Mark everybody's been in that situation where they go away from work, right? And you have to set the out of office message, or else you're going to get all these emails. Fink, does that happen to you?
No, never.
You get emails at Fink's?
I have an email account, yes.
Somebody
Okay.
placed an order for like 2,000 hoagies. He's like, sorry, I won't be in for the next 3 days. I encourage you to not be in for the next 3 days.
Well, Tom and I joke about it because I'm the guy who's like, all right, I don't even care. I'm just going to say out of office. I'm barely, I don't work in an office every day anyway, but whatever. I'm out of office. You know what that means. I will be out of office from this time to this time. I'll have limited access to email. You know I have access to email, and I'm not going to check it because I'm doing something else. I don't care what you think. This is how it's going down. Now, I sent a couple messages that I got bounce backs from Mark, Tom, because Mark, and I give him credit. He likes to kind of justify, like not justify the time off, but he tries to explain kind of what he's doing, But it goes into this thing. It's like, it's not telling you how important it is to do things, but there is a bit in there about him, how important it is.
Mark.
Spend time with loved ones. I mean, Mark, you gotta admit, your out of office messages are in depth.
His last name.
I
is
think
Goodhart.
Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
No, his last name is Goodhart. Why would we expect? I mean, that's kind of he has an obligation to live and have out of offices that look like that.
I appreciate you saying that. I think it's an opportunity to let people into where you're thinking, what you're doing. I don't know.
I know, but there was one time, like during the week, and you were going to like fish concerts, and like it was like everyone should take time to experience the world around them. Like, I'm gonna see this guy at the fish. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but it's funny to me.
It's all good.
Yeah, here's something funny that happened to me today. I got to the game before everyone else. I stopped at my work first. I had to drop something off down in South Philly. So then I went to the Jetro, and I pulled up to the upper level where we have the tailgates for City Pigeons, and nobody was there. There was one other car there, and I think like some dude was getting a BJ from his girlfriend. So I kind of just left them alone and went to another spot. So I parked in a spot. So we're the only two cars in there. I'm over here, and this dude's like back here in the one spot. Then like this crew of underage kids that was probably about 60 deep comes up to the upper level, and they take over the whole. They like surround my car. I'm like, oh, like I roll up my windows, lock my door, turn on my air conditioner. I was like, Mark, I've just been surrounded by teens. I'm on the upper level. When you get here, look for me, man.
When I got there, he was in the car with the windows up, and there was
by
about
the time
100
Mark got there, there was only like half the teens there. But yeah, these teens were beer bonging. They were going crazy, man. The teens are out there.
It's the good old days, man. You remember 08, like the young people were out in force, all those sellouts, you know what I mean? It was fueled by
This
the
is like a
young
school day. Like these teens should have been in school, I think. They were
Cut
like
school.
charter
Fuck it.
That's right, Fink. Tell
Do
them.
you guys want to know
Cut school for a baseball game. They're in a hot streak.
a funny story I got in high school? Jesse probably knows. Jesse definitely knows them. We were a couple girls that went to my school. Their dad, Jerry Clothier, great guy, worked for the Phillies, and we could get tickets from him like anytime. And we got tickets for a business person special, and we went and we left school. And our dumbasses, after we went to the game, drove by our baseball practice that we were also cutting, and we're like talking smack. Of course, like we gave ourselves up. And then we went and played wiffle ball, and we gave ourselves up, and we got suspended from school for cutting school to go to the business person special. But we had gotten the tickets from a fellow GFS parent. So,
Did they win? Did the Phillies win that day?
I don't remember, but probably not because I'm mush.
Look, I just saw this. Oh, Jesus.
And it was
Wow,
93.
This is the tweet announcing the fact that we were going to have a show tonight that I forgot to actually push send on. I was on the way to the baseball game.
Hey, come on, Jesse.
It's really good.
Yo, I'll be honest. I wasn't positive that we were going on tonight, so I never sent anything out.
It's got. I put a bunch of emojis in it and stuff.
Are they right?
I came up a little short on that, but what are you going to do, man?
I've heard that my whole life, bud. It happens.
It's all right, man. I was proud of myself that I made the show tonight.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I was worried about you. That's a long gap. You know what I mean? That's a long
Long
gap. I
day.
was like, if Meech is gonna like go to the coop at like 4:30 or 5, there's no chance he's making it to the show.
I was hoping like somebody would be around. We can go out to dinner or something. I could replenish, but instead I.
Oh,
sat-
Mark, you had to go coach a game too, right?
Did you lay on the sofa and take a nap?
I'd be asleep right now if we weren't doing this show. I went
Yeah, I'd
straight
be
to
dead
coach a
asleep
game
right now.
in the heat. But I told
Actually, I'd
Meech
be
he should have
laying
gone to
in
the
bed
coop and taken a
watching
nap on the
Facebook.
couch. But
God,
Yeah.
whoa, what happened?
I've been dope.
Okay.
Damn, they were. They're now
All right.
down 7.
So Brian Graham. Listen, I'm happy because for a second there, I thought maybe only Trevor and Oath Mode were watching. I wasn't sure. So
I know.
third
Brian
viewer.
Graham remembers that was the cover of the Daily News the next day. It was the 700 level fight.
I don't
You
remember
know-
that.
you
don't
know
remember
it about that.
Google the 700 level Bonner St. Joe's prep fight. I bet you the Daily News cover pops up.
It was like a 30-person brawl.
Yeah, it was crazy,
Bigger?
man. All those kids got suspended. I remember. I was like a couple years after I graduated, but it was a.
Where are they now? Brian asks, "Where are they now?"
Yeah, really.
Hey, welcome to
Good
McDonald's
question.
opening day.
I don't even want to speculate. All right, so you guys know a lot of what we do on the show is about, what it is to be from Philly and to be a fan, and something that at this point you've been doing it for so long that it's kind of instinctual. Nobody's got to tell you how to feel. You just feel a certain way. Sometimes you got to say the Knicks are going to win in 6 and they win in 6 and you don't feel good about it, but you just got to keep it real across the board. Sorry, that was a tangent. I remember that I never said anything about that. Okay. So listen to this. I want to share this moment with you guys. I always share these kind of moments. I thought it was special and you guys would really like this. Okay. So went to my first Phillies game on Sunday night. Went back on Monday. Saw a couple amazing games. That's the 2 back-to-back Harper 3-run homer games. Had the Bryce anytime homer there, which was nice. And then the next day I promptly shelled out probably $85, $100 on various parlays that had no chance of winning. Speaking of which, I want to come back to Mark's parlay for today. Okay, so don't let me forget. So I happen to have my son with me for both of these instances, and we're driving home on Monday. It was great. We went to a 4:00 game. 4:00 game is the greatest, right? Game is over. Took him to the pro shop. Everyone's hanging out. Nobody's rushing out of there. I mean, 4:00, amazing. 1:00 for me is a little early to get going and almost too early to get out of it. You don't know what you're going to do after that. Meej is a perfect example of that today. So we're driving home and we're coming around on 76 and I see Boathouse Row in the distance. And Boathouse Row, they just put a bunch of money into it. So it's back and it's better than ever. And he goes to me, I actually wrote this down. He goes to me, man, he goes, I love the Phillies right now. And the Phillies are like peaking, right? It's just unbelievable, right? And he goes, I'm like, yeah, pretty good. We're driving by Boathouse Row. It's lit up red, right? He goes, oh, look at that. He's like, red for the Phillies. I'm like, yup. And he goes, Philly's the best. And I was just like, it just clicked like right then and there that he's like, the Phillies are the best. He's like, the Phillies are so good right now. That's lit up red for the Phillies. Philly is the best. You know what I mean? And I just like saw the wheels turn. I was like, it's pretty cool sometimes, isn't it, man? It just was a moment where, and it's like, these are the little things in your experience that you perceive, and it's how it becomes more than just like anything. You know what I mean? I thought you guys would think that's cool because it was like a moment where he just all went to him,
Yes, yeah. I don't
And
think
now he's going to be a sicko just like us.
it never clicked for me that early. I never go anywhere else, so I take Philly for granted. Like I guess everywhere is like this. So it wasn't until much later in life that I appreciated Philly the way I.
Well, I don't think he can't possibly understand, how it's different from other places.
But even on a little level like that, I don't think I really got it when I was a kid.
Thanks, Maddie. Yeah, these are my deep thoughts. I'm going to listen to things like me talk about going to the dentist and driving by Boathouse Row.
Jesse, that's a really proud dad moment, though, because you've obviously done something right to just keep it in the blood. Like he's not,
That's it.
pardon the pun, he ain't fleeing the coop. You know what I mean? Like he's right there.
No way. Let's get him down to the coop, sitting at the bar. Let's take it to the next level. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you
That was
go.
Crack a
great-
beer for him.
That was a great open, Meech. You
That
weren't
was
even in the
cheap.
frame.
That's for Dino.
Yo,
I want to say shout out real quick to our boys at Kenwood. We don't shout them out enough.
Mark left his wallet in my trunk, so he had to stop up here and get it. Not on part. Like I left early, and he thought I was gonna fucking hang out afterwards, and I don't know, but he left his wallet in. Whatever.
Did you leave your wallet in the van when we went to the golf tournament? Was that you?
But I said, how do you like? I'm thinking.
Oh yes,
how do you
no,
leave
that
your
wasn't on
wallet back?
purpose though.
If I'm
Yes.
gonna bring one thing, it's gonna be my wallet. Like I wouldn't
Wait,
leave that
listen.
behind.
Hold on, can we talk about this? Actually, you actually don't need your wallet at the games anymore.
Sure.
Like, and it's just another thing in my
then
pocket.
leave
I
it at
hate things
home?
in my pocket.
Like I don't know. Don't leave it in my trunk. That's not a great place for it. Anyway,
I thought I'd walk back to the car after the game, get my
I
wallet.
know,
get on
I
the
know you
subway,
did.
and-
What I'm getting at is Mark came here, and I had stopped at Originals Pizza in the Northeast. Solid
Ooh.
spot.
Prove pie.
Prove pie. Mark had his
Oh,
first taste of the
Me
Prove
too.
pie.
Oh.
What do you think? Like,
Really good.
Wait,
think
really
I
good.
got it. I got a couple
Hold
more
on.
slices here if you
hold
want
up. What is it? I have not heard of this. Is it
Never heard of it.
exclusively provolone cheese?
Provolone cheese. They layer it around the crust and then put the sauce on top of it in like almost like a Mac and Mancos type of like deal.
Swirl.
I think
Sauce.
Tom's gonna.
No
come
sauce.
It's not
It
about
had-
it's not about the look of the pizza. Like it's great.
It had a
looking,
Mac
but
and Manco vibe to it, for
It's
sure.
it's a great tasting pizza. Prove
That's
pie, from
delicious.
Originals
It
in
is.
the Northeast, and I got the buffalo bites, which are also top notch.
Shout out the Northeast.
Everything's great.
I haven't had anything to eat. I've just got
Amen,
remnants-
baby.
Listen, I just have remnants of the the barbecue sunflower seeds that got stuck in the brand new openings that I have in my teeth from going to the dentist. Right, that's
My
all I
cheeks
got.
are so raw right now from eating so many sunflower seeds. It's like
Oh.
it's,
Yeah.
You
It
know
is
what?
fully sunflower seed season.
Listen, sunflower seeds are just proof that I can get addicted to anything. Like we went to that Ripken thing, and you couldn't have sunflower seeds, in the dugouts or anything. I'm just like,
Really?
I don't know what to do with myself.
Why couldn't you?
I eat a
have
bag a
sunflower?
day.
Why? Are you
Because it's
allowed
like-
to chew
there's like-
tobacco?
No, because there's like 50 teams in and out of there a day. They couldn't even possibly clean it up. Like it would be.
Oh
just crazy.
come on!
Oh, that's weird.
you don't really need to clean it up. Just let them sit there. Who
It's
gives
like
a shit?
mulch
Hey,
for dugouts.
blame Cal Ripken. Blame Cal
I will.
Ripken.
Yeah.
Okay,
my childhood
good
idol.
segue.
So hold on,
Good
real quick
segue.
on the sunflower seeds. Logan's team. I want to know if you guys think you guys love your seeds. Do you think this sounds good? Her team tomorrow, they're all bringing different flavors seeds and making a seed salad. What's our thought on that?
I'm intrigued.
Like, what are they doing? Sticking their hands in it? I mean,
No, they're going to dump them all together and mix it around somehow, I guess.
and then how are they How are they extracting the seeds from the seeds?
There are some funky.
Other hand.
There's some funky flavors out there.
There's
There's like dill pickle. There's like bacon, macaroni and cheese, black
You're
pepper.
There was
The
some dill
ranch
pickle
one.
in our dugout tonight. I did have some of those. They were pretty good.
Okay.
The best seeds. My favorite seeds out there are Biggs, Taco Supreme, and Zesty Ranch. Trust me on it. It's the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
The ranch ones are good.
I love ranch.
Seed salad.
It's
That
a
doesn't
Zesty
sound
Ranch.
good.
So like, mwah.
Seed
I can't
salad.
stop doing this.
Okay.
She said we're
This
making a seed
is-
salad. I go, do you mean like the seeds that I put on my salad? What are you guys doing?
Sometimes segues are really natural, and
Yep.
we have one now because there's something that I wanted to talk about related to food and sports. And when we first started the podcast,
What's that, Jesse?
Thank you. I think I'm in the process of explaining it. So when we first started the podcast, we talked a lot about people eating stuff at games, and I always found people's decision making at games interesting. And we know recently we've had a lot of drama. We had a certain individual from the podcast who appeared in the hot tub and went on a rant about the cancellation of Dollar Dog Night. So there's been a lot of heat around the food situation. And when I went to the game the other night, This is the first time that I had ever experienced this, and they're always trying to do different things, I guess. But I just want you to take a look at this real quick because this is a picture of, and I always like the hot dog. To me, is the perfect game food. Doesn't matter if I'm at football, baseball, whatever. I can put down
dogs.
Football, baseball, my balls.
quick. Hot dogs are the way to go. Anyway, so this is the hot dog that I purchased the other night. I think it was $3.99, which I would think it would be more, but maybe it's because of the actual quality. So let's take a look at this real quick.
Oof.
Now, I mean, I just want to point out a couple things. First of all, I don't know what the hell's up with this container. What have we done with this container? You guys know
in a container.
this is a guys, and if you're listening, it's a clear plastic container that almost looks like something you'd get. Not like the Wawa ones. The Wawa ones, the Wawa ones are thin, but this is like actually thicker. It's almost like you get like Chinese food in it.
But I love you can't have plastic straws, but we can go from wrapping hot dogs in a thin aluminum to a giant thick plastic.
So before I get into my rankings of the best vessels for hot dogs, I just want to point out, like, look how thin this thing is. And if you get up to the top, it's like burnt and there's like a little twisty thing at the top. I mean, it looks awful. It looks awful. And I used to like going down there and getting one that had some thickness to it. It felt filling. The bun is overwhelming the dog in this particular instance. You see what I'm saying? It's pathetic.
See what happens when you give these corporations. You thought this dollar dog thing was just about the dollar dogs. Now look at what you fucking got, Jesse. You sat there, you poo-pooed it. Now look at the quality of the hot dogs. You give them an inch, these corporations, they're going to take the cutbacks. They're going to cut everything back. And now you got these shitty-ass burnt dogs.
I don't know.
Because you guys don't want to get on the dollar dogs.
And think, you took it as far as to say that certain politicians had lost your vote. And I'm starting to rethink, how I use my political capital after this whole hot dog scenario. It's got me totally twisted
Let's go.
It's just bad.
Jesse, I don't know how to put a photo up like you did, as we know.
Well, you have to send it to me in advance, pal.
I just want to say, I did send it to you. I texted. I texted a picture of the
Mark,
hot
we
dog
restrict all your photos.
Your picture was exactly the
we
same.
have to approve them.
That's my point. It's that was not a mistake. That burnt end dog, the ones we got today, looked exactly the same.
Dude, Mark, his buddy let a hot dog cook in the third row for about 3 innings and then ate it. I swear to God. And it cooked extra. Like, it literally was overcooked from when he originally got it. Am I wrong, Mark?
You're not wrong. And Mike ate it, and he is still alive as of 9:55 p.m. I will say this. It was steaming. And to go to your point, Jesse, of the best hot dog vessels, I'll call them, the delivery method, the wrapper, the tray, whatever it is. I was at Fenway Park last summer, and they still have the guy coming around with the metal thing, pulling them out of the water.
Elite.
That is the best way.
Elite. Now, let's just say this is a progression. You guys know, I've talked about this before. I'm very fond of the aluminum sleeve, okay? The aluminum sleeve just creates the perfect amount of heat and moisture. Now, this is also when the dog had some freaking thickness to it. You know what I mean? So I'm a fan of the aluminum sleeve. Then they went after the aluminum sleeve. They went to not the boat. Tom, put that back up. Because you don't put hot dogs in this. This is for fries. That's too thick. They put it in that smaller little thing it's like a piece of paper that has like ruffles on the outside. It's almost like a boat, but it has no thickness. It's total BS. They're like serving it to you on like a piece of paper. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Why is it?
Yeah, you need the thickness,
Right. So, and then they go to the plastic. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. We have to go back to the aluminum sleeves. How can that be worse for the environment than this plastic contraption? How?
It's not. And, hot dogs are probably really bad for the environment, too.
Jesse, use that political capital. This is where you need to call it in.
I'm like, if we're being honest, in the past 5 years, I'm like totally against hot dogs. I think they're the most disgusting fucking things that you like. Every once in a while, I like a grilled, burnt ass hot dog. But other than that, I'm out on hot dogs, man. I'm just done with them. They're fucking disgusting. It's just encased garbage that's been mixed up and put in a circular. Like,
That's all we are, Meech. It's the same thing.
But it doesn't
hot
look
dogs?
as weird. If they made it,
We're
like,
garbage
like a
inside
hamburger,
this in
I
soup.
think I'd be cool with it. I don't like I don't know. I'd rather just eat sausage.
Ooh.
Hey, when you leave the frame, you might get taken out.
Oh, we have to say.
Look at this,
on.
Vertical Rocky. What's up, Vertical Rocky?
Everyone,
Rock
stop what you're
money.
doing.
What up, though?
Stop what you're doing.
Come on, Rock.
Okay?
Come on, Rock. Yeah.
There you go. Horizontal rock. Horizontal rock.
Listen,
Dude,
Yo,
listen.
congrats on your
I'm in
golf.
the car, man.
Hold on. Meech, it needs more buildup than that. First, I want to say Mark is in the penalty box. He left the frame too many times. We had to remove him from the stage. And now we have this perfect symmetry. I can't bring him in. It's going to mess it up. Mark, you're in the penalty box. Okay. So, listen, Rocky has done something that has made us at the City Pigeons podcast as proud as I think anyone has ever been of anything that we've ever done. Recently, I became friendly with a guy by the name of Dan Hirschberg who runs a tournament called, or not a tournament, he runs the Amateur Golf Society. Okay. Now, the Amateur Golf Society is essentially like a FedEx Cup for golfers in the area that play golf at public courses. And every week they have a tournament where you can play one course that week, anytime that week. And your score gets entered against anyone else who plays that week in your flight. You use your handicap, right? So when I met Dan, I was like, hey, you got to talk to Rock because Rock is out there. He's playing all these courses that you guys are going to. He would probably love this. I want to make Rock the correspondent that goes out, participates in the Amateur Golf Society, and can kind of report back on how he's doing. Now,
We need to get Rock a City Pigeons polo and a City
I
Pigeons.
agree.
Oh,
Like, we need
Oh.
you know.
Listen, the marketing budget right now is unlimited for the director of golf operations. Okay, it's a new thing.
Oh, you got
Listen.
Rock's getting new clubs.
Whoa,
Now listen to this now.
All right.
Hold on, Rock. When I dreamed this all up, I didn't realize there was a difference. They have major championships. So some weeks you get double points because it's a major championship. Well, lo and behold, Dan comes out to our watch party last week. He's talking to Rock. They're hitting it off. I'm like, this is great. Next thing I know, they're playing. And, it's I didn't know it was a major championship at Broad Run. So Rock is
Me
playing
neither.
with the guy.
So you texted me.
He's the guy that runs the whole damn thing, and Rock is out there playing with him. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, Rock sends me a picture of the damn scorecard, and in his debut on the AGS tour in a major championship, our guy breaks 80, shoots 79 with a 1 over 36 on the back nine. Okay? Golf clap.
Thank you.
It just,
Yeah,
I
so-
just want people to understand that this is not just a motley crew. People that are involved with this do real things when they go off of this computer
We're
screen.
not just a motley crew. One of us can do things physically. that is impressive.
We can all do our own things, man.
We can all do great things, but Rock, his achievement is unbelievable. And my only concern, and I was texting Dan, I said, this is great. I said to him, I just hope this isn't like the story of the 2023 Eagles. You know what I mean? Where he's 10-1, he's out early, and he can't finish because he's the leader in the clubhouse right now. Rock, I mean, talk to us about what happened. Was that yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was yesterday out at Broad Run Golf Club, whatever you want to call it. That's a pretty accurate description. You just get. What the hell just happened there? There, get him out.
I brought him in, but it looks so terrible.
Yeah, it's a pretty accurate description of the AGS. Real quick, I just want to thank Dan for inviting me out there and playing in this AGS. It's like a really good time, and it's like for people who are out there who are watching this show, listening. If you're like a casual, recreational weekend golfer, this is a great opportunity to like make your rounds mean something when you're going out there every week and just hacking it up. At least like make it mean something. You might have a chance to win a prize or two, right? I'm your average weekend warrior hack, and like I go out there yesterday and fire a 79 out of my ass, and I haven't checked the score today, but as of yesterday, I was the weekly leader by, I don't know, 4 strokes or so.
And you get double points on the season, so you might be
and
up.
I get double points on the season. Yeah, the
I'm
whole,
thinking
the
of
whole,
going out tomorrow and cheating.
I mean, the bad thing about it is I posted my score on Tuesday. You got 5-6 other days for everybody to come out there and cheat their way to pass my -1, but it all seems pretty legit. You know, everything's putted out, at least in our group. Like, you know, I had the commissioner of the league with me, so we're putting everything out, but who the hell knows what's going on in these other shady ass groups? But
Yeah,
anyway,
like, that's
I came
good.
out. Yeah. I came out, I represented the Pigeons well. You know, everything seemed to be fire. And I had a couple misses on the front, but on the back, I just came out and like that even par on the back going into 18 was even without any birdies too. So that's just straight up pars every single hole.
The fact that you had
You don't know how hard that is to do.
Talk that shit.
The fact that you had to play with the commissioner
That's
and you
tough.
still did that, like,
Yeah.
that should you're the champ. Period. Because if we don't know, those other dudes aren't playing the same way.
Yeah, I had no idea what like.
I take that back. I'm not
Also,
trying.
I mean,
I don't take it back.
You know,
They're all cheats except for you.
you know, golf
Seriously.
is a gentleman's game. If you're out there cheating in golf, you're cheating yourself. You know what I mean? So I
That's
hope
it.
everybody's out there, you know,
Yeah,
keeping
that's
it
like-
honest.
I cheat.
You
Rock,
dish,
that's like
Greg,
if you
you
have
dish
to umpire. If you have to umpire your own team's game and you're not calling like legit balls and strikes because you want your own team to win.
Yeah,
That's what it would be like.
exactly. And the thing is, right? So with the league, if you shoot a score and your net score is under par, then it has to be verified by somebody else who played with you. So the league goes and checks with the other golfers that are with you to make sure that you're not cheating. You know what I mean? So it's all good. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know where I'm at, like as of today, as of right now. And I'm sure there's a bunch of scores posted today. We got till Sunday to have this go through, but as of yesterday, it was looking pretty good. But who knows? You know what I mean? So and I'm not only Rocky B-Ball. Your boy Raji Scheffler came out there, represented for the crew. First major, came out
Mark,
firing.
I think Rock is on his way to being a first ballot Kobe.
Welcome to the squad.
Yeah.
Don't know
First
what that
ballot
means.
Kobe. Yeah, me neither. It must have been something they were talking about today. Anyway, just to end this real quick. If you're if you're out there playing golf, you want to play with your boy Rocky Fowler, look me up. If you just go join AGS. I don't know what it is, ags.com. I'm sure you can find it, but it's the Amateur Golf Society on Instagram. Sign up, look for your boy on the tees and get out there.
Even
What
better.
do you get if you win?
If you win
You
the
get a
year
signed
end,
Rocky Fowler golf ball.
no, but you can win the year end thing like the FedEx Cup, and you get like access to private courses and a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, but I think this week there's some sort of weekly prize. I just don't know what it is. I have to look. I'm not about the prize.
You'll
I'm
find
about
out when
just
you
going
win.
out there and winning.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm about going out there and playing golf. You know what I mean? It's having
Let
a
me
good
just
time.
say one more thing
Shooting
All
the
over
about
golf,
the
Rob.
AGS.
Yeah.
So if you play golf a decent amount, one of the really good things is they have a deal. They're connected with the GAP, which is the Golf Association of Philadelphia, and you get a GIN membership. GIN is like the official handicapping service. So if you join AGS, you get that, which means you get a legit handicap that like no one could call BS on. But I'm saying this: if you're listening to this and you play golf and you do want to get involved with the AGS tour, and you're in Rocky's flight, you can challenge him. And if you go and you contact us and you play against him and beat him, we will provide some sort of incentive to you. I haven't figured this whole thing out, but I'm all about creating a challenge against our boy Rock. Okay. So,
I'm about it too. I'm about having a good time out there on the golf.
I think he
course.
just
So if you
called
wanna
a
play
bounty
me,
on Rock.
He did.
He said, "Come out here, beat Rock's ass, and you'll win a prize."
Right. And we'll give you a
Oh,
prize.
Jesse,
Well,
we'll have to get Eb.
listen
Just
to
like
this.
Buddy Ryan on Luis Zendejas.
Now that we are a golf podcast, interestingly, we are going to be teaming up with the people at PXG. Okay, PXG, a company that's been making custom clubs. They used to be like kind of hard to get. And
PXG.
PXG. It does sound like a JP. I forget. Anyway, point is this. They have a new store out in King of Prussia, which is really cool. They got like simulator bays, and they'll fit you for clubs, still amazing clubs. And they had reached out to us about doing something. And it just so happens that Dan from Amateur Golf Society has been working with Chill Moody, who's a hip hop artist from Philly, who most of you guys probably know, who somehow got super into golf. And he has a tournament with the AGS every summer that's coming up in August. And they're doing an event at PXG on Sunday, May 19th from 3 to 5 p.m. They're going to have I think long drive closest to the pin. I think you can win gift certificates. Anyway, they asked us to come out. We're going to do a show. So we're going to have a City Pigeons episode out at PXG in King of Prussia, May 19th, 3 to 5 p.m. We're going to try to get Chill to come on the show. We're going to do some golf stuff, have a good time. So if you're into golf and you want to challenge Rock to a long drive contest, feel free to come out to the PXG location in just a couple weeks, because that's going to be a good time.
Didn't I win the long drive contest?
I don't know. Did you? That seems so long ago.
We should bring. We should bring.
I think it was me.
5-iron out to PGX and
PXG.
PXG.
Yeah.
And see what's up.
Mark, I bet you when you leave this place, you're going to end up with custom fit golf clubs. That's my prediction. You'll walk in there and you'll get fit for golf clubs.
That's actually what happened the first day I met Corey at 5-iron. I ended up with 2 golf clubs.
No, we definitely need Corey to be there. And generally, we should figure out how we can get into some of these outings and have Corey play with us so that we can, do really well. But I'm talking to Dan about having a City Pigeons Invitational. Now, I have no idea
that's what we need.
I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think it's time.
Boy QDZ out there too. He's a big golfer.
There you go. We get lots of notable Philly peeps out in the mix. All right. Well, look, Rocky, man, we are proud of you. We thank you. Did you already play basketball tonight?
Yeah, I'm sitting in my car. Just got finished playing my game, man. I came right out to the car. I'm still half sweaty, man. So
what do you mean finished?
We went out
Drop
there.
40?
Nah, man. I don't know what I dropped, but we got the W hard. We came back from, I think we were down 12 points after the first half, and we outscored them 40-12 in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
So, Rock, you already played your game and you won.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just talk about this. Rock, he's shooting 79. He's playing basketball. He's winning. This is an amazing individual. We're very proud to have you for this. But I got to say this. I'm always making note of things during the week. And Meech, you kind of referenced this earlier about people in the parking lot. I was coming back to my car today, which was in a parking garage, and there was a dude sitting in his car next to my car when I got in, clearly with no intent of going anywhere, and I was like, definitely people. I just assume if you're sitting in your car in a parking garage or in a parking lot for that matter, that you got to be doing like something weird, or maybe you're eating your lunch like a Namde Asamoah, you know what I mean? But I never thought maybe you could be doing a podcast. And that's what you're doing right now, Rock. So
correct. I'm looking real shady in this parking lot. I'm not gonna lie. There's only one other car here in the JCC parking lot, and I wouldn't be surprised if a cop pulls up and asks me what the hell.
Yeah, Rock. I know that parking lot. You definitely getting the cops called on you.
Rock, you got to get out of there, please.
There's a guy
right off of Haverford Avenue.
Please, I know that.
Yeah.
This guy is watching videos in his car.
And his windows are tinted. What's going on,
He's
man?
conspiring with 6 white men.
Oh my god!
What were you guys talking tonight, Phillies? That's about the gist of it tonight.
Yep.
Sorry, I missed the show.
You actually did a good play-by-play of Jesse going to the dentist.
Yes. You did.
Oh, nice.
Jesse told
I'm going on Monday for a brand new filling, man. I know the pain, buddy. Going on Monday.
Oh, I mean, I just had the routine cleaning, and that was terrible. I can't imagine having a filling. That's got to be awful. You'll be fine.
It is what it is. Yeah.
No,
Pacers were up 10 at the half. They're about to blow it.
And we
sang
happy birthday to Fink. He turned
24 birthday, today. Rock.
Oh, happy birthday, OG.
22.
Birthday, man.
No, we're the OGs. He's like the young ball.
He is.
Yeah.
Listen, speaking of the Pacers, Knicks, I'm still, the chain that I'm on with Knicks fans is it doesn't end, right? Like these are my buddies. We talk about all sorts of stuff. So now I'm seeing them say, oh man, M-Rob is out. That's rough and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude, get me out of here.
If I was on the text chain with Knicks fans, all you'd see is Mike Meach has left the conversation.
Like, what are you doing?
Dude, this is like my text chain with like my 10 best buddies from college. You can't leave.
Exactly.
So exactly. You rejoin them in a few months, man. Fuck out of here.
I have the same text chain, and it's killing me daily.
They don't sound like good people. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. Trevor, as a tried and true fan, I don't even call him a fan because he's part of the City Pitchers podcast. He's part of the family. He is calling for a Rocky on Baseball segment. And with the Phillies doing as well as they've been doing, I was hoping that maybe
what's your take on their hot streak,
Rock, have you been paying attention?
I have been paying attention. I got a bunch of notes, but they're in my phone. But I do know this. I know the Phillies are the best team in the league at this point. I know they took an L today in typical Nola fashion, doing Nola things, took an L. But aside from that, we got some surprises. We got my man Ranger Danger, 6-0, looking like he might win a Cy Young, right? Got one of the lowest ERAs in the league right now, right? I think it was about 1.42 or some shit like that. I can't remember, but you still got Wheeler doing Wheeler things, striking people out, leading the league in strikeouts as of earlier today. We got my man Alec Boehm killing it out of nowhere. I know his hitting streak came to an end, but I know he had some magical hitting streak. What else we got going on? What other kind of magic we got?
This is great.
We got
Rocky on Baseball.
Hold on. I ain't done. We got what the hell? Anyway, I know we got my man. We got Alec Boehm. I know he was third in the league last time I checked with his batting average, and we had Trey, who was down there at fifth, but he got a little hurt. But I saw we got some guys stepping up.
He's not a little hurt. He's out a month and a half.
All right, he's a little banged up, but we got my man Cody Clemens stepped up last night with a big game. You know what I mean? I think he had 4 RBIs. What else we got going on with the Phillies?
Can I just say this?
Stop acting like you don't know anything about baseball. Sounds like you're following
Come on,
it.
man.
Hold on.
We got my man Harper with 10 RBIs in 3 games. I saw that the other day. That was pretty wild. What else we got? We got
everybody's praising you. Everyone is talking about how it's great. All you're doing is just proving that you're just saying what has happened. He's just saying what has happened. He's expressing no opinions.
Yeah,
He's
but Jess,
Wheeler's good.
In the right direction. Last year, he didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah, he has Phillies fever.
He's understanding what's going on.
Full-fledged baseball head.
Exactly.
Guys,
Rocky baseball head. I love it.
We looked at Phillies.com earlier. This is ridiculous.
By the end of the year, he's going to be talking about exit velocity and X-fit.
Oh, yeah. Look,
Rock, what do you think about WAR?
Look, you gave me an assignment, and I took the assignment, and I'm following it as best as I can. You know what I mean? I tell you what, I got an opinion on my man. What's his name? Sohei Ohtani. That dude is betting on himself, dude, because he is fucking killing it, right? He's leading the league in home runs, and he's leading the league in batting average. That dude's betting every night on himself and coming out there and crushing it. And he's betting through his homies still.
Wow. He even pays attention to other stuff now. Some sort of underground fucking bookie
boy
he got
ate the
going
charge,
on.
man. His boy took the fall.
Well, his boy's still gambling for him, so he's betting on
If you
himself.
don't know who the fall guy is in your group, it's you.
Exactly.
Think.
Anyway, that's Rocky on. I mean, I got the hold on. Before we go on Rocky on baseball, hold on. I got one more thing.
Let me see.
I'm scared.
We got on 5/15 versus the Mets. We got the Coca-Cola Marvel night for all you Marvel fans out there.
Oh my God!
We got on Friday the 17th. We got the Bryson Stott bobblehead night. I know everyone likes the bobbleheads down there. Saturday the 18th versus the Nats. We got the Toyota Salute for Service night, and closing up against the Nats, we got on Sunday 5/19. We got the Xfinity Fanatic About Reading Day for all the kids. So get down there, all right? That's
Rocky.
That's your boy Rocky on baseball.
Rocky on baseball.
Rocky on baseball.
Man. Oh, your wife says get out of that parking lot already.
All right, boys. I'm gonna dip because I'm what?
There's going to be a team of cops set up at the exit waiting.
He's
for
not
you.
even going to get out. Actually, you should get out of here. Like, put the phone on the car seat, on the seat next to you until you get out of there, so we can follow you up.
All right.
I just saw a car start up behind me, so something's going on. I don't know.
Get out of there, dude.
All I know is this: the Phils have been so good that it has made us not have to really worry too much about what happened to the Sixers, and hopefully they keep this up and we just roll this right into the Eagles season. We have a great summer. We find lots of other things to talk about, but very good times. And guys, we got to get a Phillies event going. We've talked about it, but let's put our heads together. And just like you guys went down there today, we get a big group of people going down there. Fire up some proper hot dogs, you know what I mean? Do it right, and let's get out there. What do you say?
Let's get
Who's
it.
in?
I'm in.
Sounds good.
You're in. You're all
Let's
in.
do it.
Look, thanks for accommodating my schedule tonight, gentlemen, and we'll get back to normal at some point. All right?
Never.
Never. All right.
Normal.
It's not the same without you guys here. We need you guys here.
Yeah, we got to get there. Rocky, great
Oh,
job.
shit,
with
it's the
the call.
cops. It's the cops. I gotta roll. No, I'm just kidding.
Rock, put the phone on the seat next to you. I'm serious.
What? There's no cops in here. I'm good. We're good.
All right.
There's another car right out here now doing some shadier business than I am. So
Always a pleasure, gentlemen.